On February 24th, 2017, a movie called Get Out was released. For those that don't know, this movie was basically about transferring of consciousness, pushing someone's conscious embedded within like the abyss of themselves, while someone takes over their body. So like almost like demonic possession. That same year, on April 7th, 2017, Joey Badass comes out with an album called All American Badass, a very spiritual album about pretty much what goes on in America regarding black souls, black people, and the traumas that we faced over the years through slavery all the way up until now, and pretty much all the schemes of the government. And then that same month, on April 14th, 2017, Kendrick Lamar comes out with a album called Damn. This was another very spiritual album that when I first listened to it, I wasn't awake at the time to really understand what he was talking about. But Kendrick Lamar was basically exposing how black people, not all black people, that's deeper than what it is, but at least black people that live in the United States that were like born here, like our families came up in this era, and also like Caribbeans too, but mainly the United States, how we are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, right? And I'm not going to get too deep into that, but basically the reason why I mentioned those three bodies of work is because I personally believe that Kendrick Lamar and Joey Badass are in the sunken place right now. After 2017, when they put out those highly spiritual albums that had a very profound effect on the hip-hop community and on the world and whoever listened to it, I believe, they both kind of disappeared. Like, I know, like, especially Kendrick Lamar, he's known for just dropping his album and minding his business, but Joey Badass didn't come back out on the scene until 2020. And then Kendrick Lamar came back out on the scene in 2022. When Joey Badass came back out, he had a EP called The Light Pack that he put out in 2020, and it was just demonic. It was about voodoo and a witchcraft spell that he underwent to connect with his ancestors. I personally believe that what happened there is that Joey was reaching a higher level of consciousness, and he was on his path to getting closer to the Most High, right? And one thing that the devil is really good at, when he sees someone who is not just talented, but like has an actual calling in whatever medium of art that they're doing, he can't afford to have them spit in truth and bringing people closer to God. So he brings people in their circle to kind of infiltrate their soul, and then they enter in the sunken place. They get trapped by the teacup, because in the movie Get Out, the woman that pretty much put the witchcraft on the main character, the black guy, she would hit this teacup, she'd bang on it or click it in a certain way, and then he would sink in his own self, in his own mind, right? And I think that's happening a lot to many artists. Not just black people, but the reason why I'm covering black people is because some of the most powerful musicians, writers, artists of any kind, they're getting got by the system. They're getting got by witches and warlocks, because those same witches and warlocks are on their own mission to destroy and put an end to the light that they're putting out, right? So they get people around them, they infiltrate them through whoever's in that person's circle, and the next thing you know, they're turning out to how Kendrick Lamar, quote unquote, and Joey Badass, quote unquote, are looking now. In 2022, Kendrick Lamar comes out with an album called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and then in 2022, Joey Badass comes out with an album called 2000, right? For any of you that know or don't know about Joey Badass, when he was 17 years old, he came out with an album called 1999. And that to this day, is one of my favorite rap albums of all time. It was a very spiritual album. Like it mind boggles me that he even had the capacity to think like that at 17, right? And then Kendrick Lamar, you already know the albums that he put out. Big Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Section 80, I think was an album. I think that's what it was called. And then Damn, and then he puts Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers out. And like I said in my video regarding is hip hop getting noisy, I don't think Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was that deep. I don't think it was a good album at all. And I think that Kendrick Lamar is capable of doing far greater than that. And the reason why I don't think that was truly him, because these are the type of artists that whenever they put something out, you may not always dig the beat, you may not always dig the flow, but when you listen to the lyrics and you really try to grasp the energy that's being portrayed within the music that they create, you can tell that they went somewhere to bring that out. Like they really tapped in spiritually. I did not feel that in Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and I did not feel that in Joey's 2000 album. Joey's 2000 album was good, it was fun, it was a fun album to listen to, but like one or two times. It's not one of those albums where I wanted to listen to over and over again like all his other albums. You know what I'm saying? And 2000 was carnal. If you listen to most of the album, he's just talking about his possessions, things that he owns. And there's like maybe one or two songs that talk about something that's actually like important, you know? And I truly believe that Joey Badass and Kendrick Lamar, they got, and they're currently in the sunken place and they're trying to get out of it. But the strongholds are deep. The strongholds are strong. They're powerful. And I say all this because I think that if you are in a position to pray for someone that you believe has been bamboozled by darkness, whether it's someone famous like them or someone in your life that you know, pray for them, because you might be the only one doing it, right? And it's really dark out here. That's what I'm saying to all creators, all artists, anyone who has a gift. Really watch who's in your circle. Really watch who's in your circle, because they might be the same people that are agents that were sent to destroy you, because you're walking in your calling, you're elevating, you're getting closer to God. And when you get closer to God, that means he's revealing more things to you and more truth is coming out, right? All things that are done in the dark come to light, right? And if you are a light bearer and God called you to be someone to shift paradigms and open people's eyes, the devil can't have that. So he's going to do things to put an end to you, to stop you, right? And I don't know the lifestyle of these two men. Maybe their relationship with God wasn't that strong. Maybe they didn't have people around them that were deep in the word or were deep in their relationship with God that could protect them from these other entities that pretty much pulled them out of the walk and the calling that they had on their lives. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very evil and a very tricky place to be in. And you just got to keep your head on the swivel out here, especially when you know you've been called for something. Because I'm serious, you never know. It could be your own family. It could be your best friend. You just never know. People are good at playing the role they need to play to fulfill whatever mission, whether it's good or bad, that they've been called to, right? People are, I say that regular people, like your everyday people, are some of the best actors, not the people you see on TV. Some of the best actors are way better than Leonardo DiCaprio and Denzel Washington. They're everyday people. They're almost like shapeshifters in a way. So you just gotta be aware of that, honestly. Test every spirit. Hold on to what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. You can't just look at everything at face value. You gotta look deep into someone's soul to see whether or not they're an agent of light or an agent of darkness. But yeah, free Kendrick Lamar and Joey Badass from the Teacup. And they're not the only ones. There's many other artists out there who Unfortunately, the system got him, the industry got him. And everything happens for a reason. The Most High is the orchestrator of everything, and in His divine timing, everything will be revealed the way it's supposed to. And this is just a warning to everyone out there. Like, if you know that the Most High has called you to great things, and you're now starting to like get on that and get your momentum going, be so careful who is in your circle, because I promise you there will be at least one person you know that secretly they're meant to try to destroy you, to keep you from fulfilling your purpose, to keep you from spreading the light to others. That's it. It's a cold world out here. It's a cold, dark world out here, but we still spreading the light either way. Keep meditating, keep praying, keep getting in the word, and keep spreading the light. That's it. That's it. Like, you look at these people, like, if you're someone that listens to Kendrick Lamar and Joey Badass, you know what I'm talking about. Their music is not the same. It's worse now. Ever since Joey did that ritual where he did the voodoo thing in one of his music videos, all his music from there has been worse. He's gotten more famous. Yeah, more people recognize who he is because now he's doing collabs with other artists, but the music is not even deep. It doesn't hit the soul. It barely taps the flesh. Barely touches the flesh. Might get under like one layer of skin. That's it. They don't hit the bone marrow, it don't hit the soul, no spirit, nothing. Same thing with Kendrick Lamar. And I believe that these two people have a gift, just like I believe that about Capital Steez. Like, these two people had a gift through words. And if they fully stayed in their calling, in their purpose through the Most High, man, there's no telling where they would be. Now, Kendrick Lamar may not be on Super Bowl stage. Joey Badass may not be doing collabs with Chloe and all these other people, but in their own regard, in their own right, they shift in paradigms. They turning atheists into believers. They're shifting minds to the Most High. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. Not trying to do everything for selfish gain, but trying to wake people up and bring souls out of darkness. That's really it. When you're called to bring souls out of darkness, I was telling my friend this yesterday. When you're called to bring souls out of darkness, you have to kind of go back in the dark a little bit to do that, right? But when you go back in the dark, you gotta be protected by light. Otherwise, just a little slipping and the darkness will reel you in, bring you further down into the pit, and then replace you with a demon, with some type of entity. But from the outside world, everyone would think it's still you, because they don't understand the spiritual implications. They're not looking deep into that person's eye and seeing that that's not really them talking, rapping on interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. It's really, really deep. We are light bearers. We were meant to bring souls out of darkness. When you are called to a higher purpose, you will have spiritual enemies. Do not let them destroy you. Through the Most High, you will always be more powerful than your adversary.